going on, guys? Just gonna give you guys a little bit of an exhaust video here of the setup on the 540i. Took a while to get the sound out of it. I mean, initially when I bought the car, it came with this straight pipe option. I'm sure you guys have seen the initial videos that I had on it where it was like stupid loud, and that was a little too crazy. Like, especially on, like, you know, when you're just cruising around, you don't want something that loud. Like right now, look, I'm cruising, you barely hear it. This is actually like the perfect volume to have. And here, I'll get some more clip going here. My favorite is when you echo it off a wall. Might hear it here, hold on. Pops quite a bit. Yeah, here you're gonna hear a nice sound. So I noticed, and here, like, I'll give you guys a quick demo of what it's like with the windows up when you're just cruising on the highway. So I'm in 6th gear right now, going about 100 kilometers an hour or 62 miles an hour, and revving about just a little over 3K. And it's nice and comfortable inside. Once you go off throttle, it's actually, you don't even hear it at all. I'm gonna load up 6th a bit. Very quiet, zero drone. So if you're wondering what the exhaust setup is, the secondary cats have already been removed, and we have the mid resonator. Well, it's deleted, but I have replaced it with a smaller vibrant resonator. It's like a 3-inch piping after that, which goes right out the back, and single exit, and there's no mufflers either. So I kept that resonator in there just so that it quiets down just the right amount, so you can actually enjoy it comfortably while driving. And when you downshift and open the windows, you can open the gates of hell a little bit. We just got the Civic. That was random as shit. I didn't expect. I mean, I looked at him, I was like, he's got some reps on it, maybe he'll run it. But he ended up running. It was a Civic Si, like a 2014, I think. Get some tunnel here. When I got off the highway at that last exit, I paused the video, and there was a cop that rolled up beside me, and he made the right turn. I don't even know where he came from. I didn't even see him initially. All right. So as for the car itself, I've had it for about, I bought it just before winter, so I bought it about, what, like 9 months ago maybe. I've had it now, and in that time I've had to replace a couple of things. It hasn't been running completely free. I had to replace the throttle body. We had a really cold day in winter, and it was so cold that it literally just killed the throttle body on the highway. I had to pull over on the highway, and got it. I was able to limp it basically to my mechanic, and when we ordered the throttle body quickly and changed it. I had to replace the wheel bearing on the front left corner. I had to replace the wheel bearing on the rear right corner. I had to replace the water pump, and I had to also replace a starter motor. So some money has gone into fixing a couple of things in the last nine months, but the engine itself has been running smooth as silk. I know some of you asked me about the engine light. I have a code for O2 sensors since there's no cats. The secondary cats are deleted, so it just gives an error code for that. There's nothing else. Everything else is running fine. Tranny shifts smooth as silk. The one main thing that this car is missing is definitely a limited slip differential. I hate having an open diff. That's the one thing with Beamers. You gotta buy an M car to have an LSD, and rightly so. But it would be nice, you know, like this is a 540i M-Sport. I mean, somebody must have paid like what, like 60 G's back in the day for this thing. Like they could have thrown in a diff in the M-Sport at least for the, you know, but they didn't. The G at least came with like a viscous limited slip differential. At least that thing, when I put it sideways, I can hold a nice beautiful slide, and it you know, it takes care of you. This thing, it doesn't even want to step out. Even in the rain, it doesn't want to slide. It's kind of annoying. But I mean, I could weld the diff, but yo, it's just a daily, man. Like I don't really give a shit about it for, you know, to go and weld a diff and screw it up daily driving. But yeah. A lot of people actually even ask me, they're like, yo, how do you daily drive a V8? Doesn't it like suck a ton of gas? Now, just to give you an idea, the G35 coupe, when I had it like with a couple bolt-ons on it, NA and stuff, that thing used to drink like 14 liters per 100 kilometers. I'll put whatever the conversion is for miles per gallon in the description below. But so yeah, 14 and change liters per 100 kilometers is what the G gave me. This thing averages like 12 to 13 liters per 100 kilometers, and I rip it here and there, not like continuously, but I definitely rip it here and there. Fuck, my bad. But yeah, I definitely rip it here and there. And yeah, 12 to 13 on the highway. It even gets as low as like 9, which is insane. I don't even think my G used to do like, my G used to maybe do like 10 on the highway. So I'm like thoroughly impressed with the gas mileage on this, especially since it's a V8. But of course, if you rip the shit out of it all the time, like, yeah, it'll drink. I might do this video again in the daytime, so if you see a double upload, like, just deal with it. But yeah, I'm gonna do it again in the daytime, just because like sometimes at nighttime, like nighttime videos don't tend to get like a lot of views because people just see a nighttime thumbnail and they're like, ah, to hell with this video. So yeah, and just in case, just letting you know. So I wanted to go over one thing, and that's the performance of this car. So, you know, a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's got a V8, it must be pretty quick, but like, yo, it's from like the last, well, I'm not even gonna say last generation, it's from like a couple of generations ago. I mean, an 01 V8 makes like what, probably like around 300 horsepower. It does have torque, especially around 3K. It makes a nice amount of torque, especially for the weight of the car. It does move it really well. And honestly, it is faster than like an NA G35 coupe was. It's probably as quick as one with bolt-ons, I would say. And definitely makes a lot more torque than it, and as well as it makes a lot more torque than even like a G37. So you can really feel that torque over the G37 for sure. I wouldn't say it's fast by any means. It definitely could use some more, you know, some more go, but it as a daily, it's plenty of fun. I honestly don't think under like $5,000 that you can even get. Can you please tell me in the comments if you think you can get something better than this under $5,000? I would like to know, because I don't think I found anything that has a great sound like this, is comfortable like this. I gotta say, the handling's probably one of the most impressive things. Like, you don't expect, like, I know BMWs handle well and all, but like when you put this thing at speed into a ramp and you feel how planted it is, it actually makes you wonder, like, how the hell, like, the thing has a stock suspension as far as I know. It's got almost 300,000 kilometers on it, and it corners flat. And when it gets loaded up in when the suspension gets loaded up in the corner, like, it's predictable. You feel confident in the corner. You don't feel like it's gonna, you know, understeer or oversteer out of your hands. Like, it's there all the time. That's one of the most impressive things about this. Like, the G felt like that eventually, but I had to obviously do, like, you know, coils on it and all this stuff. But this thing just at 300,000 kilometers feels like that. So very impressive for handling wise as well. And honestly, It's like a poor man's M5 E39. I mean, like, yo, for 5K, you know, it's quite a lot of car for the money. All right, so that's enough talking. I think y'all came here to see some V8 exhaust clips, so let me give you that. So I find that, like, depending on how you load up the throttle, at the low end especially, like the exhaust definitely cleans up a bit at the top, but like down low, like I'm gonna get down really low down to like here. So from here, if you're really careful with the throttle and light on it, you get this smooth, deep rumble. But if you're like heavy in the throttle, like this, it gets more raspier. And so I tend to like just be very light on the throttle and let it climb the RPM nice and smooth so that you get this nice like bellow. That's where it has the cleanest sound. Go from second, low end. Hope you guys enjoyed that video.